What's going on YouTube? And Cap24 coming back with another Madden 19 video. Today we're going to be looking at the gun split slot formation, in which we're doing out of the Dolphins playbook. This formation can only be found in 4 different playbooks, so it's going to be kind of a rare one that most people are not going to see, giving you a little bit of an advantage. It's found in the Panthers, Giants, Vikings, and Dolphins playbooks. We're also going to do, for our VIP package this week, we're going to break down the gun tight slot open. So you're going to get 2 different formations if you're part of that package. If you are interested in understanding what that is, go ahead and look in the description. We'll have a link for you there. But the play that we're going to be looking at today comes out of the gun split slot. And we're going to be looking at this play that's called PA Flood. It's one of my favorite cover 3 beaters in the game. We're going to break it down and show you how well this does beat cover 3. So for this play design, guys, you want to be on the right hash mark attacking the short side of the field. If you happen to be on the left hash mark, just go ahead and flip it. You can have the same success. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how this works against all cover 3s. And that way you can kind of see where your options are and what you're really looking to attack. Now, what we're going to do on this play is we're going to motion the B over to the left. And this is going to be the simplest part of the setup, okay? Now, when we move him over to the left, we have a couple different options. We can hike it at the left hash mark, or we can let him settle. But when you see when he settles, he kind of does that little bit back and forth, which to me just kind of disrupts when I want to get the ball off. However, if you're in a sim league and you have to come to a complete stop, if you have to do a certain amount of hot routes, it's a great play for you because of the fact that you have no hot routes and you can make him settle and still have the same success. So what we're going to do is we're going to hike the ball. You're going to see that the A is going to pull that coverage for you, and you're going to be able to throw this ball really easy to that player across the middle of the field. Now, depending on the pressure is depending on how much time you're going to have, but you're going to see that you're going to have some great success with it. Very tough for a user to stay up with because of that angle. It's really deep, and it really gives you a nice opportunity, especially when you mix this in with your halfback draws or your runs to the right-hand side. You're going to have that opportunity to at least keep that player a little bit at bay, and then he goes ahead and sees it. Now you're going to be able to kind of throw this ball over the top to that player. See how long it goes? I've noticed that in Madden 19, the longer you let your user try to hold on to a receiver, it's really hard to keep up with the same angle. And this is very much so the same way. So that's really what I like on that. Now, I'll show you against hard flats. It's going to work the same exact way. This time I'm going to hike it at the left hash mark just to make sure you can see that it does save you a little bit of time. It does get a little bit more up the open there. And you can see again, we're just going to throw this ball over the top to that player for the 1-play score. Now, anytime anybody goes ahead and looks like they're doing a cover 3 contain blitz on the left-hand side, usually if you see one of those, it's going to be something like this, where they're going to move this guy in, something like that, and they're coming in on you. What I like to do is I like to not do the play action. I want my player to be on an actual block. And the reason for that is that the play action is going to take your player to the right, leaving no one to block the contain blitz. So if you see somebody that's in that type of setup, you definitely want to make sure that you are blocking your running back and particularly sliding either to the left or pinching down depending on the rest of their setup in order to make sure that you've got them covered in this type of instance, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking for in that part. Now, let me show you here the last thing. I showed you cover 3 cloud. I showed you cover 3 hard flat. Let's leave it in curl flats, okay? So leave it in curl flats. You're going to see we're going to do the same hike. I'm going to hike the ball there, and you're going to see that we're going to have that same ability. This time I'm kind of flushed out of the pocket a little bit, but you're going to see that that guy's going to get open the same exact way because the curl flat still jumps that player in the same exact manner. Now, if somebody is doing any type of inverted coverage, this will stop the 1-play score, okay? That's something that they will go ahead and kind of leave that there. A lot of times when I see that, especially if they're blitzing, they're going to be in hard flats. I'm going to show you the hard flat option here, okay? So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to move this guy over, and you're going to notice that this RB is going to take the hard flat to the line of scrimmage, and we're going to have a good success of hitting this A behind it. So we'll go ahead and get the play action, the hard flat there. Now we're throwing to that player, and it's going to be an easy catch. Now, the best defense that they can do is if they're in cloud flats and they put inverted coverage. Okay, that is the best thing that they can do possibly. So what we're going to do is show you where your dump off passes, and that's going to be to your RB receiver. Now, this is also the case of who you want to hit if the user has a good beat on the X player and takes him down the field, you're going to get about 3 to 4 yards on the catch, and then when you go ahead and get up the field, a lot of times I'm able to truck the cornerback there because it's a tight end versus a cornerback and get some more yards on it. So let me show you here what it is. We're looking at the X. Say the X isn't open, A is not open. I'm going to dump it to this player, and now I'm going to go ahead and try to truck my player. And typically speaking, you're going to see I'm going to catch the ball around that 3-yard mark, but I'm going to end up getting about 7 or 8 yards. And it's already pre-planned in my mind that this player is going to go ahead and truck that player if I need to. So I catch this ball right about here, and you can see we're on the 50 when we started. So we're about 3 yards. Now we hit us at the 5-yard mark, and then we fall forward for almost about another 3 yards. So you're looking at 8 or 9 yard gain just because you used your outlet pass. What I really like about this, he does this turn, okay? It's not a flat route. If you see at the end of the route, he does this a little hook. He stops. Now we're going to be able to get up the field. That's why I really like this as a cover 3 option against all cover 3s, because you have the ability to go over the top if you catch him in the right defense, but you can also just do a 1-2 read to the right-hand side with the A and the RB, depending if they're in cloud flats or hard flats, and you can be able to do it. I want to say thank you for everybody that has watched this video all the way to the end. We do appreciate your support. If you got something useful out of this video, go ahead and hit that like button. It does really help us grow our channel. If you're new to our channel and haven't seen one of the videos that are on your screen right now, go ahead and check it out for some great Madden content, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button.